Now at 6, the search resumes 20 years after the disappearance of Heidi Allen. Why a new location could lead to new answers. Plus, Governor Cuomo accepted a Central New York challenge today. We'll tell you what it is and the local leaders who joined him. And we're live for day 3 of the Great New York State Fair as a hit-making sensation prepares to take the stage. The NBC3 Weekend News at 6 starts right now.
From NBC3, this is the news at 6 p.m.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dora. Happening right now. Crews are searching for the remains of 1994 kidnapping victim Heidi Allen. We have confirmed with neighbors in the area that the search for Heidi Allen has resumed in a third location in the woods between Rice Road and Bengal Road. Neighbors have been told a crew of about 40 people with search and rescue dogs will be canvassing the woods today. Kevin Bauman, who lives on Rice Road, describes the conditions as difficult with rough terrain. He says crews are being asked to do something that is virtually impossible. No remains were found after an exhaustive search of another site in the woods off Rice Road last month. New at 6, a man's body was found washed up on the shore of Cayuga Lake this morning, according to the Seneca County Sheriff's Office. Deputies say the man was found around 11 o'clock this morning near County Road 153 and Deer Lick Springs Road in the town of Ovid. Deputies say they received a call around midnight from family members who reported the man missing. His identity is being withheld until family members are notified. The Onondaga County Medical Examiner will be performing an autopsy. The investigation into the man's death is ongoing. A Syracuse man is fighting for his life tonight after an early morning shooting on Syracuse's south side. According to police, a 59-year-old man was shot several times in the stomach around 4 o'clock this morning in front of a home on Hudson Street. There were also bullet holes in the victim's car and a nearby house. Syracuse police are still investigating. Anyone with information is asked to contact police at 442-5222. Well, it's day 3 at the New York State Fair, and one of America's biggest pop sensations is set to take the stage at the grandstand in a few hours. Pitbull, also known as Mr. Worldwide, is in Central New York right now, and our Alex Ruscilla is out at the fair, where I assume fans are really excited for the big show. What are they telling you, Alex?
Well, Dora, I can tell you, as you can see around behind me, we already have a few friends that are right here behind our NBC3 studios here live at the fair. Now, we're on the first Saturday of this 12-day run, and the energy here is very high, as you can tell, simply just by looking and listening around me. Now, just about every other person who I was speaking to throughout the afternoon here, well, they could name and tell me who was performing tonight at the grandstand. Now, Pitbull is going to be performing in about an hour and a half from now over at the grandstand. That's 7:30 later tonight, and he's going to be coming in front of thousands of fans who love many of his hit songs such as Timber, Don't Stop the Party, and I Know You Want Me. Now, it's going to be a little while still before we're going to be going over to that concert, but just about every single person who I was talking to who said they are going to see him perform tonight said they couldn't stop talking about the energy he brings when he performs live.
I absolutely love his music. He just has such an upbeat attitude. I love everything that I hear from him. I get right into it and I just start moving and grooving.
There's a whole lot of energy, dancing. You could see the sweat pouring off his bald head. Looks like a good time.
I feel like it's like out of 10, it's like a 15.
Why is that?
I don't know. He's just got like the whole like total entertainer, like, great beats, good music, everything. So he always like puts on a party in his videos. So I feel like, that's what a concert's going to be like.
Now, Dora, when I was driving up here to the State Fairgrounds, you could see on a lot of the signs that tickets are still currently available if you would like to see Pitbull perform. Now, they start at $37 and work their way up to $57, and you can grab them over at Gate 2, which is the main entrance at the fair's box office. Now, one thing I do want to quickly point out, Dora, if you are interested in getting a day of ticket for this concert or for any of the other concerts moving ahead for the next 9 days or so here at the fairgrounds, you're going to also need to buy a ticket to get into the fair as well. For now, reporting live here at the State Fairgrounds, I'm Alex Ruscilla. Dora, back to you.
Alex, looks like a great time. Can't wait to see the highlights from the show. Well, also tonight, the Bacon brothers perform at Chevy Court. Actor Kevin Bacon will perform along with his brother Michael. That's at 8 p.m. And tomorrow, pop star Ashanti takes the stage, performing her pop and R&B hits from the last decade. That's at 2 p.m. at Chevy Court. And at 8 o'clock, up-and-coming rock group Young the Giant takes over Chevy Court. There's nothing scheduled tomorrow night for the grandstand. Well, also today at the State Fair, staff members from Upstate University Hospital were promoting bike safety for kids in the Science and Technology building. The hospital gave away 800 helmets in just 3 hours. Kids and parents were fitted with the right-sized helmets and signed contracts committing to bike safety. Anyone riding a bike under the age of 14 is required by law to wear a helmet. Also today, local architecture firms and others began building structures out of cans that exemplify fun at the fair. The event is sponsored by the food bank. All of the cans were paid for by contestants, and after the event, they were all donated to the food bank. Well, it's been cloudy but warm, and so far we seem to be in the clear rain-wise, but will it last tonight for people headed out to the big show? That's where meteorologist Mike Brookins joins us right now. How is it out there, Mike?
I'll tell you what, Dora, it is so comfortable. I think people are really enjoying the break from the heat and humidity, which often plagues here the great New York State Fair. Although for the food vendors and the drink vendors, they like to see the hot temperatures. But yeah, a lot of people having fun here. Say hi, everybody.
Hey, hello.
We got Pitbull, we got the Bacon brothers going on, and pretty nice weather. We did have a sprinkle that came through the last hour. Let's take a look at the live view brought by Stanley Law. Actually, we're going to see downtown right now on Interstate 81 with Adirondack Furniture. You can see the dry pavement, but a lot of clouds. There are limited breaks. Here's triple Doppler radar, and we're zooming in on central New York to show you some of this low-level moisture. You can see some of those showers right now south and southwest of the city of Syracuse. I'm not going to rule out still another passing sprinkle. That's about it. You know, it's a drizzle that you can stand in and you really won't get soaked. Right on through about 8 o'clock. And then after 8 o'clock, we start to see the sun, of course, is down by then, and we will start to dry out. These showers go away, and they're gone for several days. Your fast cast then for this evening at 8 o'clock. We're looking at temperatures in the 60s. Our fast cast shows we're looking still at a mostly cloudy sky at 8 o'clock. There is the chance for a sprinkle, a spotty light shower. And then as we go through tomorrow, we're expecting clouds to burn off early with some fog. Temperatures will be responding to the sunshine that we're going to have. A lot of sunshine, in fact. Skies turn mostly sunny during the morning, and we will top out at 81 degrees. So we're going to be back with more on your weather forecast. We'll talk about a string of sunny days and higher heat as well. Dora, back to the studios.
Thank you, Mike. For the first time in 2 weeks, there were 0 arrests overnight in Ferguson, Missouri. Still, the community continues its protests today, joined on the front lines by new support for the officer involved in the shooting death of an unarmed 18-year-old. Jay Gray has details tonight from Ferguson.
Smoke filled the air again today in Ferguson, but this time it's the smell of barbecue. Not the tear gas or pepper spray that had clouded this community for more than a week.
We want to get it back to what it was before, but we want to keep going, and we want to make it better than it was before.
Before Michael Brown was shot and killed. The NAACP held a peaceful march through the neighborhood today. And there was a moment of silence this morning as Brown's high school football team played its first game of the season. While across town, supporters of the officer involved in the shooting began to break their silence.
We will not hide. We will no longer live in fear. We ask this question: can justice ever be attained if one side supporters are living in fear of speaking out?
Dozens gathered today at a rally to show their support for Officer Darren Wilson.
We share the united belief that Officer Wilson's actions on August 9th were warranted and justified, and he has our unwavering support.
In this community, where 2 weeks later, supporters on both sides are still hungry for answers and justice.
That was Jay Gray reporting. Well, it was a big day for local fishing here in central New York. New at 6 tonight, the Bassmaster Governor's Challenge took over Owasco Lake today, with Governor Cuomo himself taking part in the event, along with Onondaga County Executive Joni Mahoney. The challenge features some of the biggest names in professional fishing. The event wrapped up with a Taste of New York reception and awards ceremony. Well, hundreds of college students broke away from campus today to give back to the communities nearby. More than 300 students from Lemoyne College and SUNY ESF took part in the annual Day of Service, where they clean up local parks all around central New York. And our Megan Coleman was serving up drinks this afternoon, all for a good cause. She was a guest bartender at a fundraiser for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. It was held this afternoon at Small Plates in Armory Square. All of the money raised goes toward finding a cure for the chronic disease that affects 30,000 people. Coming up, a large crowd on Staten Island protesting a high-profile death in New York City. See what they're fighting for next. Plus, a California hospital gets an eerie visitor, why one woman didn't quite fit in at the maternity ward. But first, here's a look at today's obituaries.